Okay, so maybe in another 1 week, okay, so or maybe in 10 days, whatever the interview questions are there, okay, so whatever the frequently asked interview questions will be there, so we will be updating all the frequently asked interview questions in the YouTube channel. Okay, and hence, so definitely you can just get benefit out from that video channel. Okay, so yeah, it should be beneficial. Okay, so this is the link. So if you go to that link, you can see all the things. I already updated entity framework classes here, and then Android videos are there. Maybe if you are learning something related to Android, you can go there for that. But all JavaScript videos are available, and all CSS videos are available. All HTML videos are available, and then yeah. So some more things are going to come. Okay, so maybe SQL videos also we are going to. Yeah, C sharp, Naresh, will not come fully. Right, C sharp will not come fully. Only some part of C sharp videos may come. That we have not yet decided. But generic technologies like SQL, um, HTML, CSS, okay, and even sometimes, yeah, interview questions and answers. All these things will be there in the YouTube channel. Okay, so right, yeah, good, yeah, good. So make sure to utilize the channel. Yeah, yeah, make sure to utilize the channel properly, and maybe if you feel that the channel is helpful, maybe for your friends also you can recommend. Okay, so yeah, that's all. We'll start the class now. And also make sure to subscribe to the channel. Yeah, okay, so today we'll start with the remaining part of the entity framework. Okay, so first, yesterday when we were doing delete operation, so it was giving error. So I'll try to explain why that error is coming. Okay, so later we'll try to solve that changes, or we'll try to resolve that problem. Now my requirement is, let me execute the code first. Also, I'll try to open my database. Okay. So currently we are there in create patient.aspx. Okay. So in this create patient, anyhow the name is given as create patient, but yeah. So even we can insert, update, and delete here. Okay. So what I wanted to do here is I just wanted to delete one particular record. Okay. Let me select my local server. select star from patient. Now, what I wanted to do here is I just wanted to delete this sixth record or where the patient ID is 6. So what I will do is I'll go here, I'll type patient ID 6 and I will click on delete. Okay. So once I click on delete, I must get this PID value and whatever the entity present in the entity framework. Okay. So that I have to delete it. First I'll do one thing, I'll just come from patient list. That will be better. Patient list.aspx. So these are the patient's data. Now I am going to delete this sixth patient. Okay. So when the user clicks on the create patient, obviously the user will go there. So when the user gives patient ID 6 and clicks on delete button, the call must come here. Obviously call will come. There is no doubt. So when the user clicks on delete button, I wanted to delete that particular sixth patient whose patient ID is 6. How I can able to do it? First requirement is we have to read the patient ID text box data. So this is how you will be doing. Okay. So once you get the patient ID, so you need to find that particular patient from the entities already existing. So you use this particular code. Then you use entity context dot patients. Then uh, remove. There is a method called as remove. So which will delete the method. Now you need to find the patient which is there in the entity context. So this patients property will give you list of patients. From that list of patients, you need to identify the patient whose patient ID is the equivalent to this patient ID. How will you find? It is simple. Again, you need to write entity context dot patients dot find function is there. Okay. So in the find function, you can able to give the value. Okay. So params object key value, so which is primary key. So I just pass PID. Now automatically we'll get the reference to the corresponding patient object and we can able to delete it. Okay. So anyhow, if you are not able to understand, I can just elaborate this maybe once I complete this operation. So once the deletion operation is completed, what I need to do? I have to make save changes. Right? If you don't call save changes method, obviously your data will not be updated in the database. So call save changes method. So once you save changes, obviously you have to redirect users back to respond.redirect. And what is my page name? Patient list.aspx. Otherwise I just copy paste this. Right? Copy paste like this. That's all. Now let us verify whether this code will be working fine or not. Now many of you may be getting a doubt here. So what is this code? Okay. So first you tell me what you have to pass it into the remove method. Remove method, into the remove method you have to pass the existing patient which is present in the entity context. So to do that, you write entity context dot patients dot find function. Okay. So you need to find the patient object. You need to find the patient object which is present in the entity context whose patient ID is equivalent to this patient ID. So PID value I already know. So based on this PID value I can find the patient. So that patient I wanted to delete. Right? Now this PID is the variable pointing to the one of the patient object present in the entity's context. Okay. So now that particular patient object will be deleted. But yesterday what we were trying to do? We were trying to create new patient object which is not available in the entity's context. Okay. Now let me execute this code. Here, You're able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
What you're able to
Yes,
see?
sir.
Now what is visible to you? What currently you are seeing?
Create patient. Create patient.
Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. So create patient page. Now let me give 6 over here. Let me try to delete that 6th patient. So okay. Now I am able to find the 6th patient. See, 6th patient Kiran Kumar I am able to find from the entities context. Now that patient I am going to remove from the context. Whenever I remove the data from my context, I have to call save changes method. Then my data will be updated in the database table. If you want, you can check whether data the 6th record is deleted or not. You can check. Yes, 6th record got deleted. Now once the deletion completes, you redirect the users to patient list. That's all done. Okay. Now you will get fresh data. You can see the updated data. As simple as that. So same operation you can able to apply even for update also. So before updating the record in the database, first you have to do that update operation in the context, entities context. Okay. So you identify the matching patient ID, sorry, matching patient object in the entities context. So you try to modify the data in that particular object which is already present in the entities context and then call save changes. Automatically your data will be sent to the database. Okay, let me do that update operation also. Now what I will do here is just go back. I will try to update this Madhusudana. Okay, so I'll just try to update this Madhusudana 10th record to something else. I'll give 10 over here. Benjamin. Then 65. G. G. O positive. Now I'll try to click on update. So what I must do? I must perform the update operation. Okay. So remember, before performing your update operation in the actual database table, first you have to perform that operation in the entities context. Then call save changes automatically, that whatever the change you are doing it in the entities context, that will be reflected in your database. Remember, all your entity framework operations must happen on the entities context, okay, not in the database. Okay, so that is really important. Now how I am going to make changes? Very simple. I got update button here. So first I will read all the controls data. How can I read the controls data? By using code like this. By using code like this. Okay, I used the code for fetching the controls data. Now what is my next step? I have to find the matching patient from the context. Get the context object, then entity context dot patients dot. Okay, so call find method. So pass the PID value. So you will find the matching patient object in the entities context. Patient to update. Okay, to be updated. Right. Anyhow, we will not give naming conventions like this, but just for your understanding, because my priority is I want you to understand. Okay, not industry standards. So point to be updated. So now our patient to be updated. Now you update the data here. So user is giving new F name, new L name, new age, and new BC. Okay, so that values we have to update here. F name is equals to new F name, then patient to be updated dot lname is equals to new lname, then age here, then busy, then busy, right? So something like this. So once you update the data, see now this patient object you have not created. So your this patient object variable is pointing to the patient which is present in the entities context. It means that you are updating the patient object which is present in the current entities context. Now, once you complete the updation, you call save changes. Entity context dot save changes. Okay. So once the save changes method is called, automatically data will be updated in the database table. Now you redirect the users back to original page. So I'm going to update the 10th record to maybe currently which is having the values as Madhusudana or something is there. Madhusudana. Okay. So this Madhusudana will be updated to Benjamin Netanyahu. Okay. So let me update this. So I'll go to 10th record, Benjamin, age 65, E, update, call came to update function, update the data. Okay, so I called save changes, and hence you must be able to see the modified data. Earlier we are having 10 Madhusudana. Now the data got changed, updated. So you can see Benjamin Netanyahu in the database. Now redirect the users to the first view. Okay, so our first page. So user can able to see the updated data. As simple as this. So this is how you will be doing the update operation. So you understood how to fetch the whole data, you understood how to insert, and you also understood how to update, you also understood up to how to delete. Okay, so the people who are interested in doing search, I recommend you to do the search. Okay, so maybe I think I have created search button also here. Yeah, I think I have not created search button, but let me create the search button. So apart from these three buttons, I'll try to create search button also. I try to create search button. I remove this. Then I call this one as search btn search. Yeah, sorry, the video got disconnected for some time. Okay, now I got search button. Let me double click over here. Obviously it will generate a new function. When I double click here, it will generate a new function. So in this new function, you have to perform the search operation. Okay, so in order to perform search operation, first we need the patient ID. So identify the patient ID. Then what you need to do? So you need to search for that matching entities object or the patient object present in the entities context. So you already know how to use the find method for searching. Okay, so patient, maybe searched patient I'll say. Okay, anyhow the naming convention is not good, but still I'll just do that. So then I'll update the data present in the text box. So I'll write tbfname dot text is equals to searched patient dot fname. In the same way, lname, sorry, I thought of giving assignment, yeah, but still, yeah, that is okay. tb lname, and here it must be lname. What next? What next?
Age.
Age, and here must be age. Then TB,
Age.
BG, and here it must be BG. So why I am getting error in age? Because age is integer property, text is string property. So convert this into string. Convert the dot to string. That's all done. So now your search operation also must work. So let us verify this. Let us verify this. Okay. Now I'll search for the 10th patient. So just now I have updated the 10th patient information to Benjamin Netanyahu. So I click on search. Yes. Now I should be able to get that Benjamin Netanyahu details. Let us see. Let us see. Yeah, Benjamin Netanyahu is coming. Now all this data must be displayed in the controls. Yes, you are good. So our search operation is also complete. That's all. Yeah. So I'm done today. So if you have any questions, you can ask me. Otherwise, we can wind up the session. So tomorrow, what time? What time tomorrow?
12.
12 o'clock. So which concept?
Link.
LINQ, language integrated query. Okay. So that is the concept which we are going to learn in the tomorrow's session. So LINQ is easy or tough?
We don't know.
So it is not easy. It is not tough also. It is very, very easy. Right? Done. Right. So tomorrow, so we will be learning LINQ. So language integrated query. So there are different versions of LINQ is available. Different,
So after updation, we can retry that before you done alteration, but we can retry now in this, like you use the button search and like that.
No, slow, slow, slow.
That your alteration done,
One
sir,
minute.
Madhusudan.
1 minute. Slow, slow. Yeah. Now.
Sir, that Madhusudan you done alteration PID 10. For that we can retry now, sir. Is there any do that last retrieving the data?
Retrieve data means where you want to retrieve data.
Means here only, sir. You done alteration Benjamin, like before it was in Madhusudan, no, sir.
Correct.
10th.
Yes.
For that we can retry now. Shall we in this Madhusudan data?
You can see. You go back to the patient list. Again, you will see that data.
Okay.
Okay.
No,
Not
before,
sure.
you told no, after updation it will save the data and see that alteration only it will display.
No.
Like
See, am I
Benjamin.
okay? Now in the search operation, am I modifying the data? No, I am just searching for the existing data. Modification is different. Searching is different.
Okay.
So it is available data. I am searching. I am not doing any modification. So now I understood. So your direct question is why you are not calling save changes. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. So when you are asking question, you should ask question very clearly, straightforward question. Why you are black?
Okay. Okay.
Such kind of question. That's all. Right. Straightforward, simple question. It should be understandable to everyone. You should not, ask question in indirect way. Straightforward question. So your
No, sir.
straightforward
Voice
question
is
is,
struggle here. Network problem, sir.
no. See, your straightforward
That's
question
why.
is why save changes method is not called. Correct? Because I am not
Yes, sir.
modifying any data. Simple. Okay, done. So
Okay.
I am done.
Okay.
So thank you. See you
Yes,
tomorrow.
sir.
12 o'clock.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye, sir. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So you are there, Taj. How are you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine, sir. How are you, sir?
Very good, very good. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir.
Yeah, bye. Okay. I will share that video with you now. Okay, so maybe through YouTube only, because it is becoming difficult to upload through Facebook actually. So sorry, WhatsApp.
Better, sir. When compared to WhatsApp, YouTube is better, sir.
Because you may lose that video.
No, sir.
Maybe.
That clarity and all we can easily we can see now. HD clarity and all.
Right.
That is possible,
YouTube
no,
is,
sir? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's it.
No, sir. You can send by document type, sir.
Like Google Drive, sir.
No. See, my drive space almost got completed. See, they have given me 30 GB of free space. I am done with 28 GB. I cannot do anything with there. Okay. So
So
only
whatever,
available
sir, you
through
okay.
YouTube only. Yeah.
You are yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks, sir.